Coming up on this program, we show you how to get connected. Find out how to choose an internet service provider. Discover the newest form of communication, electronic mail.
Ways down and ready to ride. One by one, billion by billion, been holding up half the sky. Raise your hand if you're ready and willing, if you know it's time. Time for a girl on time. Time for a girl on time. Time for
Hello. Sorry. Oh, I lost 8 of you in that moment. Perfect. Y'all hates it. That's great. Hope everybody's doing well. That was a fun little chase. Although ended without them finding them. They lost them, I guess. I just realized I've made my background the same background as the background, which is giving me a sort of Inception situation here. Let me just head to my bougie living room. I'm in the bougie living room. Bam. My voice, as you may or may not be able to hear, depending if it's your first night here or first of the day, I don't know what to say. My voice is fucked still. So I'm gonna, and I laughed so hard earlier when I was talking to somebody else, and I literally was like, maybe I'll try not to talk. That's not gonna happen. You're such a, it's just not gonna happen. But I actually have that, MB. I do have a shitty version of that that was made for me a long time ago, which would be cool, right? Also, did I hear we're going to Vegas in December? I didn't know that. I gotta save up to go to Vegas. Yeah, Vicky, I am a little bit still sick, but I'm here because I love you guys and I want to be. So I got some Kirkham for us. We're not even that late. We're only like half an hour late. I hope the 400 people that Mikey sent to the Royalty podcast have a good time. Yeah, MB. I mean, I got that really bad sickness last December. This is not as bad, hopefully. Hi, Christy. I don't want to go to gamble, but I like to go to meetups. You know me. I collect people. Anyways, so hi, girl dad. Oh, fuck, my mouth. Been acting up lately. Anyways, so we have some Kirkham to watch.
2024 at 8:45 a.m. to monitor his status.
Thank you. Docket 2010-438 DP.
I'm such a child. I guess I'm just immature. Every time they say DP, I giggle. Let's just scroll through this. I don't want to listen to the bench warrant shit. Boring. Jail? Sure. We could do bro in jail. Right? Oh, buffets? Fuck yeah. Do buffets. Oh, you're talking about 99-cent buffets, not 99-cent nuggets. I was like, 99-cent nuggets sounds about right.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you, Ms. Gilman?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Go ahead when you're ready.
Perfect. I have 5 matters for the record today. The first is regarding dockets 2022-691, 2017-2465, 2014-1534, and 2014-663, all involving Terrence McClinton. Mr. McClinton is incarcerated on other matters. Additionally, he's been paying as ordered on his arrears. Friend of the court is requesting that the matters be dismissed and that he report to friend of the court within 14 days of his release.
Court will dismiss the matters and order that Mr. McClinton would in fact report to the front of the court within 14 days of his release from incarceration.
Thank you. The next is regarding docket 2000.
Okay, girl, you're gonna put me to sleep. No, nothing's cheap anymore. But actually, I watched a really good all-you-can-eat lobster Vegas buffet video. Pardon me. Recently, and it was like $65, but it was unlimited lobster. And the dude, I mean, he ate like 50 lobster tail. Anyways, I'm gonna scrub through this. I want to get to something good. Good. What is going on? Whoa, that girl asleep? Here we go.
Thank you.
Okay. Mr. Bartlett, I'll have you and Ms. Mouton raise your right hands. We'll have you sworn in, and then we'll take some testimony from you.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you are about to give shall be the whole truth and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead, Ms. Mouton, when you're ready.
Hey, Your Honor, before the court is Jordan Bartlett. He is here on two matters, docket 2006-4638 Brandon versus Bartlett, and docket 2016-0413 Pendergraph versus Bartlett. And he is before the court for a bench warrant hearing because he failed to appear before referee Croteau for an adjourned show cause hearing on September 20th of 2018. On the 2006 docket, this is an arrears only docket. Mr. Bartlett is ordered to pay $53 per month on his arrears, $3.50 for service and processing fees, for a total monthly obligation of $56.50. Last payment received on this docket was on April 17th, 2024, in the amount of $150, which was the payment to recall the bench warrant. Last payment prior to that was on December 9th, 2022, in the amount of $34.66. This is Mr. Bartlett's ninth show cause, his first bench warrant, and he's had two previous findings of contempt. I measure compliance over the last 6 months. Mr. Bartlett should have paid $339. There was a $150 lump sum payment for a total of due of $489. He paid $150, leaving him a shortfall of $339. Total arrears on this docket are $4,038.03 through April 30th, 2024. On the 2016 docket, Mr. Bartlett is currently ordered to pay $461 per month for current support, $35.50 on his arrears, for a total of $500 per month to include service and processing fees. Last payment received on this docket was on April 17th, 2024, in the amount of $600, which was the payment to recall.
Whoop, there she is. Whoop, there she is. Hi, Lisa Figalicious. I get you, girl. I understand. Also, Terminator, I have heard part of that story is part of, see, there's so much lore associated with Credence and Mikey channel that I even want to be a lore whore, but I don't know that I can. I haven't been around long enough. I have to go back and watch thousands of episodes. But no, see, I thought the prostitute's name was Jasmine, not Jade. So maybe it's a totally different story that you're thinking of. Yeah, I knew a girl named Jade too. I also knew a girl that wore a jade bracelet, one of those ones that you have to dislocate your thumb to put on. And she was Vietnamese. And she, I think I've told this story before, but she had that bracelet put on. It's quite valuable. Like, it's a solid piece of jade, and it starts out green, and as you wear it, it turns white over time. That's how jade works. And you're supposed to wear it like your whole life. Like it doesn't come off. And I remember like we would hang out. Oh, he lost his shit because people were coughing. Oh, shit. That's funny. You know what? Sometimes it's hard to mute the thing in time. Creed's really good at it. I am not. I'm not as fast with my muting. But I'm learning. Anyway, so she had this jade bracelet on. And I mean, she did everything wearing this bracelet. It never had any issues. And I remember so distinctly her standing in the kitchen and she was shaking a salt shaker. And for some reason, like something like clicked the bracelet and then it broke in half. And her face was just like, oh my God. And she looked at me and she's like, I'm gonna have to go back to Vietnam now. I was like, what? She's like, my mom is gonna see this as like terrible luck. Like, this is very bad luck. She's going to need to take me to Vietnam to get a new bracelet to fix this bad luck. Like, and they did. They went to Vietnam. It was like, this bracelet ended up costing tens of thousands of dollars overall because they were like, oh, this is terrible news. We have to go to Vietnam. They were very auspicious people. They really believed in stuff like that. Diamond painting is great therapy. I will also say that you should be very organized if you're going to diamond paint, which is maybe not my plus side. My plus side, but whatever. I'm streaming. That's what I'm obsessed with. I don't need to be obsessed with diamond painting. I am obsessed with diamond painting, but not doing them. I did the one, bossed that out. 1.5. Like every project I ever have done. Oh, shit. Okay.
The bench warrant, last payment prior was December 9th, 2022, in the amount of $91.80. This is Mr. Bartlett's third show cause. His first bench warrant. He's had no previous findings of contempt. I measured compliance over the last 6 months. Mr. Bartlett should have paid $3,000. There was a $600 for the bench warrant recall payment for a total due of $3,600. He paid $600, which left him a shortfall of $3,000. Total arrears on this docket are $39,851.72 through April 30th of 2024.
Okay. Ms. Huffman, do you dispute or contest any of the statements made by Ms. Mouton?
I do not.
Do you have any questions for Ms. Mouton?
I think I just need to clear something up for myself. Ma'am, when you add, so the $3,000 for the 600 or the 6 month compliance, so 6 times 500 is the 3,000, and then you do the lump sum for $600. Why is that added? And then is it the same amount that's subtracted?
It is. That's the only payment that he made. It was an agreement with the bench warrant department that he would come in and make a $600 lump sum payment to pay the bench warrant off or to have it recalled. And so that's the only payment that we've received. So we added on because he was ordered to make it, and then we take it off because he paid it.
I see. Okay, thank you.
Okay.
That's I have no further questions for her.
Okay. Any proofs, Ms. Huffman?
Yes, I would call my Mr. Bartlett.
Okay, go ahead.
Thank you. Mr. Bartlett, are you currently working?
I contingent on this meeting today. I do have a job lined up to start, yes.
Okay, so
As usual, they're starting Monday or they're going to start their job soon. Just like I used to be. I was always going to start my YouTube channel until one day I did. And now I have a YouTube channel. You see the difference? It was hard for me to get that difference. Seriously. I used to constantly talk about it. Then I just did it. There's also been some huge court cases on lately. Was there drama in the Daybell case? I have not been looking. Again, I am still sick. I need to shut the fuck up. Shut up, Paisley.
When you say it depends on what happens today, what do you mean?
I have a position that's available that I've been offered, but I need my driver's license reinstated in order to get this position.
Okay, so is your driver's license suspended at this time?
Yes, ma'am.
And is it suspended due to non-payment of support?
I do believe so. Yes, ma'am.
And are you in a car right now, sir? Oh, Crystal, I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm so sorry to hear that. And like, but did you really think coming into court today and being like, yo, I got a job, but they need me to be able to drive, so you're gonna have to like fix my license by Monday? Do you think that's gonna happen? That's not how this works. First of all, this is not the judge that suspended your license. That's the Office of the Attorney General, I think. And I personally don't agree. I'll go off on a little tangent here. I live in British Columbia, Canada, which doesn't have private insurance. Imagine that, Americans. The only car insurance you get is through the state or the provincial government. But not only that, is the same insurance company is the one who is run by the government. And so they do things like say nobody can get paid for car accidents more than $5,000 anymore, because it just costs everybody too much money. So literally nobody in the province can get paid for any accidents. And of course, insurance rates are high, all these different problems. But what I really specifically don't like is that they utilize the administrative arm of the government, so licensing, insurance in this case, and fines, as a workaround towards of the criminal justice system. So crimes like DUI, etc., they are crimes and they have to be proven to the standard of evidence. And that is why the courts are there, in fact. And so while I understand wanting to administratively penalize people, because it works. I mean, if you get a DUI in my province, it is almost, you can't drive again. Like, money wise, it costs a lot of money, but you don't ever go to court. And I feel some kind of way about that. I don't like it. I just think there's just too much power that lies in one sort of agency, without the background, the checks of the court. I'm sure they don't think that, but that's the way that I feel about that. At least in these cases, the administrative penalties seem to be imposed via the court. So it has to go through the arrearages, all that kind of stuff. It's different where I live and different things. Anyways, if you're just getting here, make sure you clock in for your shift. Go ahead and hit that like button. I'm trying to talk as little as possible tonight, which is a laughable joke. If you're new here, laugh along with me. Yeah, let's see. Also, he's in his car and he's saying he doesn't have a driver's license. It's just not in good form.
So you would be asking the court to lift that suspension?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. When is your last job?
It would have been Buffalo Wild Wings, which would have been when my child support was being taken out of my checks.
And you were paying regular child support at that time?
Yes.
Was the monthly obligation of $461 based on that job?
It was, yes. As far as I believe, yes, they just came directly out of my check. So as far as I knew, my support obligations every month for both children, both cases, was being fulfilled.
Okay. When is the last time you've had a child support review?
Oh, damn, humble brag, Bev. No, I'm just joking. I love it. Actually, guys, tell me what you had for dinner. If you didn't like what you had for dinner, tell me what you wish you had. And thank Jim Huntsman. Yay. Thank you so much, Jim. There we go. 5 more memberships for our weekly. Yeah, that's right. You heard it. Weekly members only. I got an email today from YouTube Daddy. You know how YouTube Daddy is. He loves to email me useless things. Doesn't usually email me anything helpful. But today he said, "Hey Pays, do you know if you do members only content more than once a month, that is super added value and you'll get more members?" And I said, "Hey, YouTube Daddy, I thought you knew when I go live and that we do members only once a week. So we do 4, sometimes 5 a whole month. What added value is that?" But it's like when your parent tells you to do something that you already do and you're sort of like, "Thanks, Dad. Yeah, I already tried. I'm doing that." Anyways. Ooh, okay. Look at these lovely dinners that we're having. Homemade Mexican tortilla soup. Yes, please. Yes, please. Ooh, homemade chicken strips. What was the breading, Terminator? Because we've been talking about the breading. Some people use corn flakes. Some people use panko. Ooh, Texas Roadhouse for Mother's Day. A little bit late. That's perfect. Ooh, chicken salad sandwich, budget friendly and stomach friendly. I like the idea. I had an egg salad for lunch, and but I would absolutely like Mexican tortilla soup. I'll say that right now. Hot water soup. Ooh, so yummy. And yes, I thank you, Bev. I feel good-ish. I feel good-ish. Again, the more I talk, the more I can hear it in my voice. So I should stop that.
I'm not sure.
Okay. Have you filed a motion to request lowering your child support obligation?
When I spoke to Miss Gina, I believe it was last week, she mailed me the paperwork and I just received that in the mail so that I can fill that out and submit that to the court.
And you intend to do that?
Yes, ma'am. I just need to get the money for the processing, for the filing fee. But I do have all that paperwork filled out at home.
Okay. I take it that if you don't have the money to pay that filing fee, you don't have any money to pay for your child support today.
Today, no, ma'am.
Okay. When is the next payment that you believe you could make?
I believe I could make a $250 payment within 2 weeks, 2 Fridays. So by the end of the month, I can make $250. My first check would be, again, contingent on today's hearing. My first paycheck would be not this coming Monday, but the Monday after.
Okay, and you believe that you could make a payment by May 31st, which would be the last day of the month that falls on a Friday?
Yes, ma'am. Of $250.
$250, okay. And then do you believe at that time you could pay your monthly obligation of $500 at least until they possibly change your support obligation?
Yes, ma'am. Once I start working, I will have no problem in paying my full payment each month.
Okay. So can you tell the court what the reason is that you've not been working?
I've been not able to work, one for my father He was diagnosed with CMT, which is Marie tooth, which is a neuromuscular disease. He's almost 66 years old. They have a 125-acre farm. So I moved home beginning of last year, or right around spring of last year, to help them. They have a large yard, farm animals, all that. And I also hurt my shoulder, and I have labrum tears in the front head of my shoulder and a rotator cuff tear that I've been doing rehab for, but that is.
Hold on. This is a perfect opportunity to use my excuse counter. Okay, I'm going to back this up. We're going to click it all the way to 0. Zeros on that side, and we've got zeros on this side. Okay. And now what we're going to do is we're going to go back here just a minute, and I'm going to click every excuse. I think we started with his dad, but just let's do it together, shall we? I think it'll be fun.
And then do you believe at that time you could pay your monthly obligation of $500 at least until they possibly change your support obligation?
Yes, ma'am. Once I start working, I will have no problem in paying my full payment each month.
Okay. So can you tell the court what the reason is that you've not been working?
I've been not able to work. One, for my father. He was diagnosed with CMT, which is Marie tooth, which is a neuromuscular disease. He's almost 66 years old. They have a 125-acre farm. So I moved home beginning of last year, or right around spring of last year, to help them. They have a large yard, farm animals, all that. And I also hurt my shoulder, and I have labrum tears in the front head of my shoulder and a rotator cuff tear that I've been doing rehab for, but that is from the military. So I'm in the process of going through and getting my VA disability paperwork, exams, all that. So
Okay.
Have you filed for the disability yet?
yes, ma'am, I have.
Okay, but you've not been denied.
I've not been denied or approved yet. I'm still waiting.
Okay. Are they sending you for tests and
Yes, ma'am.
you're gathering paperwork that they need?
Yes, ma'am. I went to Fort Wayne on May 1st for a audiology for my hearing loss and a range of motion test for my knee, shoulder, hip, back, and neck.
And
And
all of those are what you're indicating are injuries due to the military?
The knee and the shoulder is. The hip, back, and neck are what they call secondary injuries. It's just from over time. Since I've been out, they've compacted, and my legs are 1.5 inches difference now, and it's a presumptive secondary service connected claim.
Okay, but you do.
Okay, just to let y'all know, we're at 18, by the way. 18. Impressive. Yeah, exactly, MB, right? Yeah, he's gonna have a fucking job that requires him to drive. Not good.
Believe that you'd still be able to work.
Yes, as a driver.
Okay, that would be the job as driving.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you know how much you would be making and how many hours you'd be working?
$15.75 an hour, and I was told 30 to 40 hours a week.
Okay, and at this time, how do you receive, or how do you get any money at all here for any jobs or for working with at your parents' farm or anything?
I help them out. They give me a place to stay, food in my belly, extra utilities. So
Okay.
it's maybe $20 just to put a couple dollars in my pocket, but
Okay.
it's a full-time job, pretty much being there. So now I'll be hopefully getting this job starting today, this afternoon, hopefully, or tomorrow. And then also still helping them at the farm.
Okay, so you basically are hired in at this job already. You just have to get your driver's license.
I have to get the certificate to release my license and then go to the Secretary of State and pay my reinstatement fee. And then, yes, I will be working.
Okay. I think you indicated that you would be getting paid as a contract employee, so you would get a 1099, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And so you'll be making those payments on your own, and it won't be coming out of your paycheck, correct?
Correct.
But you do intend to make that payment on
Yes,
your
ma'am.
own? Okay. I have no further questions. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Bartlett, you're able to get this job, and from what you said is going back to that other employer. Why haven't you sought that out before?
This was brought to my attention. I seen that they were looking. I was on Indeed, and I seen that they were looking for a driver.
Oh my God. Guys, I'm just going to tell you right now, every job I've ever applied for on Indeed has been a scam. Like, it's just a scam website. It is. Allegedly. A lot of scams. It's just, I'm getting too good to be true vibes. What do we think the judge is going to do? Yeah, he definitely has no job, right? Bruh.
And I thought, with my shoulder and back, I can drive. So I applied, and then I found out about my license. So I went through the necessary steps and realized I had a ticket that hadn't been paid from, I do believe, 2016. And so I paid that off, and then they told me there was a hold from front of the court. So then I went down there, and that's when I found out about the 2 bench warrants for the $150 and the $600. So I'm trying to make the right steps. I know I've probably let it go longer than I should have. And I'm trying to make the right steps to get back on the right track and fulfill my obligations that I need to as an adult.
Okay. Prior to this position, looking into it through Indeed, had you looked at other, what I'd say, sedentary positions previously?
I hadn't, because of my shoulder. I've been in rehab for the last 7 months for my shoulder to boost it back up to where I can actually, somewhat use it right now. But surgery is, from what the VA doctors told me, is imminent, which I am hoping to do this winter, save up enough money so I can still pay my support, and then have the surgery done this winter. And then just help my parents out. My dad, like I said, my dad kind of took a bad turn last spring, and he's got braces on his legs, and his hands are all kind of closing up into like this. And my mom's a full-time nurse at the hospital, so she can't maintain. So I've been mowing and taking care of all their farm animals and trying to do the best I can to help them.
And avoiding my child support and all my responsibilities, baby. It's been awesome. My mom has a job, but I don't. Wow. Will my counter even go high enough? I know I had to grab it. So I need 3 here. The hands are clawed up. His mom's over there. This is fucked. How do you can't do that? This guy's not even old enough to talk of, like, or not even young enough to be like, I know I need to take responsibility as an adult. But you're like in your mid-30s. Yeah, bruh. Seriously. What the fuck, man? Like, God. And the more you talk, the more bullshit that spews out of your mouth. Also, if you're working on some farm or you're living at the house and you got no money, you haven't even had $20 to your name, where are you? Why aren't you sitting there, bruh?
What's your education background, sir?
I completed high school and I have 3 years of college, but I did not finish due to my son, or my son's mother, Kelly Brannon, getting pregnant. So I dropped out my last semester to get a full-time job and support her and him.
Anything else you'd like me to be aware of, sir?
Not that I can think of
It's
off the
her
top of my head.
fault.
No,
Okay.
sir.
Ms. Pendergraph, is there anything you would like me to be aware of?
I just would like to say that I've heard the stories for years and years about the shoulder, and there's always been excuses on getting a job. And this is nothing new to me. I've heard this for years. And I hope that he is trying to better himself so that he can be responsible, because he does have a responsibility. But I guess I'm just saying I've heard this so long, so I don't really know what else to say, except for my daughter hasn't seen him in years and she's doing just fine. Like, we are okay. I don't really know what else to say.
Hey, bro, let me just tell you something right now. You should feel like a piece of shit. You know what she just said? You are so fucking useless that I had to learn to live without your help and your money. So run back to your mom's farm and peace out. You know what? The judge, I don't think they should give him his license back. He's done absolutely fucking nothing to do it. What? Pay some of your fucking bills, sir. Colin, not you. Well, not you. Oh, Lisa, you are so sweet. I love you so much. Appreciate you. And love and hugs to Christy and Crystal and anybody else who's going through a hard time. Colin, too. I love you, Colin. You walked in at the wrong moment when I was ranting. But thank you so much, Lisa. We're glad that you're here. And we're glad that everybody's here. Learn to take responsibility for yourselves. It's unbecoming of him. And she's saying really what is reality.
Enough is enough.
Amen.
Okay. Nothing else, ma'am?
No, that's all.
Okay. Court will make the following finding in this matter. Of course, heard the testimony that
The court will make the following finding that Jim Huntsman has gifted one more membership. Thank you, Jim. Do. Also, I don't think I did that for Lisa. Do. Thank you. Thank you guys seriously so much. I am a little bit out of it today. Still getting better. Is Heather sick too, Colin? Something's going around Canada from one end to the other. Is the judge going to let him go get a license? I hope not. I hope the judge makes him turn himself in. He's paid nothing almost. Not to mention, we all know how long it's going to take to get a withholding order in effect. $15.75. I'm not trying to be rude here. I'm really not trying to be rude. But $15.75. Isn't that, can't you get a job like that pays that about at like a fast food place, I'm not trying to be rude, but like minimum wage in my province, what is minimum wage right now? It's definitely more than I got paid when I was when I first started working, which makes me feel old as fuck. But it is now, yeah, so minimum wage here is $16.75 an hour. That's very high. Actually, now that I think about it, that's higher than a number of jobs that I've had. But that's good for, you know, my daughter's age and stuff. I think it's good. $16.75 an hour. And some places go a lot higher. That's minimum wage here, right? $13 in Florida, yeah. Anyways, this is Michigan. $16.75 Canadian is enough. I wish, Colin, I wish that the currency conversion worked like that. However, let's just be realistic here. $16.75 Canadian to US dollars is $12.30 US an hour. Huh, that's not that bad. Or that's not that much. Yeah, Cheshire Cat's got it. So in fact, something to ponder. But there you go. Also, as a person who's been a manager, I've owned a business, I've managed businesses before, I've been an employee a lot, I've worked for the government. We've talked about this a lot. I've had many jobs, many jobs. Pay people well, treat them really well, and it costs you way less in the long run. Seriously, if you pay employees well and you treat them well, they will work their ass off for you. They will want to make you money, and they will do a good fucking job about it. And it's so much cheaper in the long run than constantly going through employees after employees after employees after employees. Oh shit, Colin, you're right. In fact, I have a portfolio of YouTube channels if you want to get down to it, right? But for jury duty, which I was summoned to next month, by the way, June 14th, I told them I'm what did I call it? Oh, a freelance video editor. I'm hoping they're not going to ask for anything to prove that. But I thought YouTube channel would be too sus for, getting on jury duty. So I went with the video editor thing. Okay, let's continue.
Mr. Bartlett has testified that he's had issues with his shoulder and some problems, which he needs surgery through the VA. He also has noted that, again, he's only recently applied for VA disability and in fact had some testing on May 1st of this year. But again, although as Ms. Pendergraft states, he'd been complaining about the situation for years, he hadn't done anything to, again, to seek his disability in this particular matter.
Sir Philip, I was talking about you just the other day. Oh, Colin, look at you. Oh, you sneaky bastard. You sneaky fucking bastard. That's funny. That's funny. Both of my channels are mine. What bothers me, this is the last little rant I'll go on. No, it's not, but it doesn't. But the other channel with no attention is chugging along and getting like 20 or 30,000 views a month. No extra effort, no extra nothing. So, oh, it just tells me I need to transfer my catalog, really, from that channel to this channel, which is monetizable. Okay, Colin, here's the deal. Tell me, is your other channel monetized, if you will? Tell us if it's monetized. If it's not, I just want to know if it is.
The court will note as
Someone
well
else.
that he states until this recent position had been offered through Indeed, that again, he hadn't done much of anything at that point to acquire employment. He has 3 years worth of college, but notwithstanding that, he's only thing he's doing and done for the last year is basically assisting his parents in running their farm, and that obviously that is pretty physical labor in a lot of cases. As he said, he's mowing the yard, he's taking care of the animals, etc. But notwithstanding that, he's not sought out any other employment. Court will find that he's not made a good faith attempt at compliance. He's failed or refused to comply, and he is therefore in contempt of court. Anything, Ms. Hoffman?
I would just ask the court, that any, jail time the court would be considering be, suspended at this time so that, he can get his job, he can start working. Today or tomorrow, he did indicate that he, does have this job lined up. I'm not sure exactly what happened with his license or if this court has suspended his license. If that's the case, I would ask the court to release the suspension on his license. If the issue was an unpaid ticket or something of that sort, then that's been paid apparently to what he testified earlier. So I'm not sure what he has to do to get his license back, but I would ask the court that if the court does have that hold to release it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Your Honor,
Yes,
may I? Friend of the court did administratively suspend Mr. Bartlett's license, so he would just have to make arrangements to come in and pay the compliance certificate and or pay the clearance fee and get his compliance certificate to take out to Secretary of State. And I also would like to mention that we have received a letter from Party Time Events. The manager's name was Austin Renard, and he did state that they want to hire Mr. Bartlett, but he needs his license to drive.
okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, what I'm going to do, Mr. Bartlett, in this matter, first thing is I am note that you basically have a sizable arrearage with the two cases, almost $45,000. And obviously, so the court's taking that into consideration. In the one case, you have 2 findings of contempt, so the court could sentence you up to 90 days in this particular matter. The other case, it can sentence you up to 45 days. You've taken care of the bench warrant, so there is no credit that you're entitled to receive. What I'm going to do at this particular matter is I'm going to sentence you to 60 days with credit for no time served. The court is going to have you make a lump sum purge payment of $250 no later than May 31, 2024, 4:00 p.m. What that
Judge Kirkham, what happened? Did you lose Wordle today? You giving a slap on the wrist? You going soft on me? Oh, this guy needs a spanking. So do I, apparently. I actually hit myself quite hard on the wrist there. Yeah, this is stupid. His mommy will give him the money.
that will do is you're making that payment, that will keep you from serving the remaining jail sentence in this particular matter. but I want to have, Ms. Mouton, I want to review this in approximately 90 days so we can see what you're doing after that, particular, lump sum payment. If again, if you make the lump sum payment, so you don't serve the jail time, but you make no payments after that, yeah, I'll tell you, sir, be prepared to go to jail because you are going to, okay?
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
Your
Okay.
Honor,
Yes.
is that 250 per docket or 125 per docket?
Well, it's not substantial. What I'll do is 250, I'll do 200 on the 2016 case and $50 on the 06 case. For the total 250. And
Thank
Ms.
you.
Pendergraph, thank you for coming and again, giving the court some insight as well. And hopefully
I have a funny feeling she didn't spend a lot of time coming in their relationship. But that was terrible.
with what we've done, hopefully you'll start working and start paying. If not, then we will be back in a short time and he will end up studying some time in jail.
Thank you so very
Okay.
much, Your Honor.
Thank you, ma'am. Have a good day. You're free to go.
You too.
Thank you. That's all I have.
Okay, thank you.
All right. So,
I like the guy in this
so
court
we
rather
get
than the
this
girl.
one here.
Yeah, he's free to go. Judge just let him go. He was like, oh, that's so
But
too bad.
For Gamble here, the custodial parents are going to be participating too. Heather, is one of the names of the custodial parents Escamilla?
Is what?
Escamilla?
Yeah, Cosme, yeah.
Okay, I think I only have one of them left right now.
Atari Gamble sounds like a cheap version of an Atari. Like, oh man, you got the new Atari? Well, I got the Shatari.
Is the other one Nolan?
Yes.
Oh, okay, then I think I do have both. Hold on. iPhone, are you Cosme Escamilla?
No, I'm Sabrina Nolan.
Oh, sorry, yes, I did got you. I did get the name right. Ma'am, here in the middle, are you Cosme Escamilla? You're on the iPhone?
No, I'm Queenie Brown.
Oh, okay, okay, sorry about that. Hold on. I think this might be the one.
Can we get going? Can you figure it out? I know. Clerk is having issues today. Great names going on. See you, Chuck. Nice seeing you as usual. Tomorrow's Friday.
Hello.
Getting down.
Hello.
Sir. You guys, I was jamming. Can you fucking not interrupt me, Cosme? Anyway, tomorrow's Friday.
Ms. Gamble, can you hear us?
Yes, sir.
Good. We're ready for your hearings.
Okay. Well, it looks like we have everybody here now. Ms. Gamble, in this matter, you're before the court charged with civil contempt of court due to your failure to pay child support and related expenses. Upon a first conviction, you could be ordered to serve up to 45 days in jail. If it's a second or subsequent offense, up to 90 days in jail. You understand the charges?
Yes, sir.
And the court has appointed Ms. Huffman to represent you. Have you had sufficient opportunity to speak to Ms. Huffman in preparation for this hearing?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Ms. Huffman, are you ready to proceed?
I am, thank you.
Okay. Ms. Gamble, I'll have you and Ms. Petrulio raise your right hands. We'll have you sworn in, then we'll take some testimony.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you are about to give shall be the whole truth and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Ms. Petrulio, you can proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. We'll start with the Sabrina Nolan Shatari Gamble case. It's docket 2017-828 DS. In this case, Ms. Gamble is required to pay $374 current child support. The arrearages pursuant to guideline would be $103.65 plus fees for a total monthly obligation of $481.15. The last payment paid was December 28, 2023 through income withholding in the amount of $73.48. She did post a $100 bond that I'm asking be forfeited and applied to the arrearage. She's had one show cause. This is her first bench warrant, and there has been a finding of contempt. In the last 5 months, she should have paid a total of $2,505.75. She paid $121.14, left her short $2,384.61. The arrearage on this case is $5,181.84 through the month of April. Do you want me to go on to the next case?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. This one is Shatari Gamble versus Cosme Escamilla.
Oh my God. Not only is she paying her mom, it looks like she's paying one of the daddies over here, Cosme Escamilla. So the reason that this is even happening, I would imagine, is because these children are on state assistance. So she hasn't had her rights terminated then if she is still paying. Right?
Docket 2021-913 DP. In this case, she's ordered to pay $1,007 a month current child support. The arrearages pursuant to guideline would be $262 a month plus fees for a total monthly obligation of $1,272.50. The last payment she paid was through income withholding on December 28, 2023 in the amount of $197.83. She posted a $100 cash bond on this case that I am also asking be forfeited and applied to the arrearage. There's been the one show cause. This is her first bench warrant. She has had one finding of contempt. In the last 5 months, she should have paid a total of $6,462.50. She paid $326.14, leaving her short of compliance $6,136.36 in just the last 5 months. Her arrearage on this case is $13,115.49. Just for the record, well, she booked into the county jail on April 3rd and was released on the 5th, so she has credit for 2 days. Also, Shatari was court ordered into the LEAP program back in November of 2023, and she never attended.
Ms. Huffman, do you contest or dispute the statements made by Ms. Petrulio?
I do not.
Okay. Do you have any questions for Ms. Petrulio?
I just wanted to make sure that we did include that $326.14 payment on the form.
Yes, and it wasn't
Okay.
one payment, it was 2 different payments, and I forgot to include it. That's why I emailed you, but yes. it was
Okay.
included. Yep.
Got it. Thank you very much. No further questions.
Okay. Any proofs, Ms. Huffman?
Yes, I would call Miss Gamble.
Okay.
Miss Gamble, are you currently working?
No, no, ma'am.
Okay. Why are you not working at this time?
I've been pursuing to start back the job I was.
Wait, Miss Gamble, let me get my counter ready so that we can count up your excuses. Hi, Hunter. Welcome. We are just, we're going to count up the excuses. The last one got to 24. So let's see. Let's see.
That before my car accident in December. That was my last payment was in December. I was working. Then I got into a car accident, had Marley. I got into a car accident and had fractured hip surgery, but my doctor didn't give me no restrictions, thank God. So I've been trying to pursue the last job I was at is on a hiring freeze.
Okay, hang on just a second. Let me ask you. So you fractured your hip, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And that was in a car accident in December?
Yes, ma'am.
And when you had that car accident, you were working at that time?
Yes, ma'am.
And you lost your job due to that car accident
Yes, ma'am.
because you weren't able to work, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you said the doctor didn't give you any work restrictions, but you weren't able to work, is that correct?
No, they don't know. About time I have several visits, but obviously I wasn't going to work after I got out of jail. But from the last visit I had with them, he did not put me on any work restrictions.
Okay, so
when they released me, I was under care for 90 days. So after they released me, they didn't put me on no restrictions.
okay, so now you're not on any restrictions, right?
No, I was for 90 days though.
Okay. And did you say you had surgery on your hip?
Yeah, I had fractured hip surgery. I have a scar like about
Okay.
yeah, pretty long.
Did you have any other injuries in that accident?
No, just my hip.
Okay. So what if, so 90 days would have been, March or beginning of April. You could have started working in the beginning of April. So this, yeah, so this is May 15th. Why don't you have a job yet?
I've been pursuing. I definitely been putting in several applications and also
Okay.
Yeah.
Where have you put in applications?
I've put in applications at Ilex. They're on a hiring freeze. That's where I was at. At WSI, I applied for Tenneco. It's a couple other things, a couple of maintenance jobs through D&D. I had an interview with Express Employment Professionals before, but their jobs was out of the city. So they just keep me updated until they get something here. So
Are you, so that's a temporary employment agency or placement agency? Okay.
yeah, temp agency, yeah. I
Okay.
had a drug screen and all that through them and all that. So
Okay.
that's my interview.
But Hilex was your old job and that's really where you would like to go back, but they're on a hiring freeze, is that correct?
When wherever I could go, you know, I've been
Okay.
wherever I can fit in.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there was testimony earlier that you were court ordered into the LEAP program in November of 2023, but you never attended. What happened with that?
That must have been, well, when I spoke to, I don't know, I don't really recall that, but I'm definitely requesting that as of now because a friend of mine told me about it. And I'm like, well, I don't even remember that. I probably wasn't even in my right. If I passed that up by any chance, that was completely out of my own ignorance. I definitely needed that help because I had no idea. Definitely.
Okay, so you do want to do the LEAP program?
Absolutely.
And you'll get started on that as soon as you possibly can?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You have quite a high monthly support obligation on at least one of the cases. It's $1,007, and then arrearages are $262. Have you considered filing a motion to adjust the support obligation?
Yeah, I went to court. Yes, I filed a motion and I went to court for that on the 23rd of April, and I'm set for an evidentiary hearing June 13th.
And do you know who that's with?
That's what my mom and,
No,
well,
I
Sabrina,
mean, what, like, is it with a referee or?
the initial, the first one was with the referee, but then
Okay,
they set it for evidentiary hearing. I don't know.
okay,
I don't, yeah.
okay, that's fine. Do you have any money that you could pay right now?
I got $12 to my name.
And
$12 to her name. Also, my roommate just got home and he's making a joke. He's like, "Oh, I bet she's gonna go live right now." So he will laugh his ass off when I'm already live. See, he's yelling. Can you hear him yelling? "I'm live! I'm live!"
do you have any idea when you could make your next payment?
Possibly. I could definitely ask for some help so before this week is out.
You think you could have a payment before the end of the week?
I can ask my dad if he can loan me some money.
Okay.
I
So
don't know
today's
when.
Wednesday already. You think you could have some money by Friday?
How much?
I'm asking you, how much could you have?
Probably $50.
Okay, so you could make a $50 payment by Friday,
Yes.
and then hopefully by the next couple of weeks after that, you'd have your job and be able to start making payments again?
Lord's willing, I'm trying. And
Okay.
hopefully I'm supposed to be starting my college classes here soon. So if not,
So
I postpone
where
that to the fall and try
where
to
are
get
your
some.
college classes?
KCC, I'm going back to school.
So you've already started KCC once?
10 years ago, I went to college.
Do your
What the fuck are you talking about? What is KCC? I hear my name. 10 years ago, I went to KCC. KCC didn't even know she was KCC 10 years ago. Oh, fuck. She's so nonchalant about this. I'm starting college. With what money, bitch? You can't pay your child support. How you paying for college?
credits that you got from
Quiet, Mara. Sorry, I'm sorry.
do your credits that you got from 10 years ago, are they still there's still credits that you can use now?
Yes, ma'am. I had a 3.7 when I was attending. I just was going through a lot with having my baby and then being pregnant again. I just stopped going. So I was on suspension.
How many more credits do you need to graduate with whatever it was you were going for?
I'm not going for that. It's a whole nother field. So
Okay, so what will you
Yeah.
need to graduate for that?
well, I have to go for 2 years to get my associates. So however many, I haven't really gotten
Okay.
that deep with it.
The answer is 2 years to get her associates. Also, hi, Fletcher boy. Hi, Cheshire Cat, Neighbors, tons of fun carving. Bill. All y'all, everybody. Yeah, maybe stop having kids. You waited 10 years and then just now you going back? This is just cray.
With the credits and all that. Yeah.
Okay, are you signed up right now to take classes for the next
Yes.
semester? Okay.
Yes. Yes. I've definitely registered and I'm just waiting for my appeal to go through. And
But you
then-
intend to work during the time that you're going to school?
Yeah, possibly have to do second shift because my class is supposed to be set for the morning. But if they don't come, I probably have to take later classes and do first shift. So it's just like however everything plays out. But whatever comes first at this point, I'm gonna have to work around it.
Okay. I have no further questions. Thank you.
Okay. Ms. Gamble, you said you had the accident in December 2023. Did you seek out any no-fault wage loss benefits?
Yes, through Sam Bernstein, I have an attorney.
Okay, and have those been paid?
No, I'm still like, it's a process. Definitely, I got my paperwork submitted, and there's a couple other things I have to fax to them. So
Well,
that's
there's two parts of no fault case. There's a wage loss that you should get regardless of the issue of fault, and then there's also a third party claim in this matter. So you're saying you're not getting any wage loss benefits in the interim?
none of that has started. I filed my case. It was in February,
Okay,
and I didn't have yeah, it was me having to get Medicaid and then trying to get on other people's insurance to, yeah, it was just, yeah, I'm new to all of this, so I'm just trying to definitely whatever steps I gotta take for that, however that plays out.
anything else that you'd like me to be aware of?
I definitely am here trying to better my situation. The everything was based off of a job that I did have in March 2023, March 14th. I was working very hard, and like throughout the time I did get a little bit discouraged. And I've definitely been trying to do the things that I can. I've my kids, I'm just trying to be able to be there as the best
See
I
her
can
mom's
for them.
face? Look at her mom's face. She's like, what the fuck are you talking about, bitch? I'm taking care of your kids.
And it's unfortunate that I'm this far behind, and I'm just playing catch up, and I'm starting over. So yeah, yeah.
Thank you. Ms. Escamilla, anything you would like to say?
I think that's a Mr. Judge.
Ma'am?
Marlon, come here.
Ms. Escamilla, anything else,
It's a
anything you would
man,
like to
Judge.
say?
Oh, me?
Yeah, yes.
At this point, I don't even know, because I just feel like I ain't gonna get no help from her, regardless of what she says or what she does. So I at this point, I just, because it's been over a long time. There's still quite a gap of area of where she was able to pay and didn't pay. And like I said, at this point, I just, whatever it takes to just get her to at least help out with something, because right now I'm paying for school, I'm paying for everything out of pocket, and
Okay, thank you. Ms. Nolan, anything you'd like to say?
Yes, Your Honor.
Go ahead.
Your Honor, see, my whole situation with my daughter is sad. Go in there, please. I've been dealing with this since the little boy was a month old, and the little girl was, 9.5, 10 months old. Providing for these kids stability. They're getting older now, and it's always excuses. I shouldn't have to be responsible for the choices that she make in life, We had other options where she didn't have to pay the child support. She agreed to let me adopt the kids so we can get financial help. It's just me and the kids. They can't get in no programs. You know, I can't afford to do basketball. No, nothing for them. And I've been stressing this to her, you know. They getting older. I need more help. You're not doing anything but causing chaos and excuses. And at this point, you know, I guess she was in a car accident. I get it, 100%. But before the accident, it was the same thing. Nothing has changed. We have excuses after excuses. And the last hearing that we had for child support, she did know about the heat because the lady explained that to her that she can get in that, and she agreed to get in it. You know, it's always excuses and after excuses, but she don't know that she has put me in such a financial burden situation. I'm on disability. I have to force myself to work to provide for these kids every day. I got to take them to school. They don't have bus transportation. I have to physically get up and take them and pick them up every single day, which requires gas. They got to have clothes. They're getting big. She don't understand this, what she has put on me. Due to me working all of them hours to provide for these kids, disability is taking payments out of my check for these kids, when all she had to do when her and Jerry agreed to let me adopt these kids so we wouldn't have to be in this situation. I'm in a position now to where it's just us. Me and my boyfriend is no longer together, so I don't have that extra income. And I can't keep having these excuses because I'm not in a position to have any excuses to why I can't do. When my babies ask me, can they go to the school carnival and I can't pay $15?
Ma'am, you muted yourself.
Oh no, this is the good part. Oh no, she muted herself on her ramp, on her ranch. Oh no. I wanted to hear this one. If ever I want to hear somebody talk. This is terrible. She fucking muted herself and the girl's like, yeah, she dumb. Girl, you should feel fucking embarrassed right now. You should feel embarrassed that your mom is doing that. Working while she's on disability and you can't get off your ass and work. And obviously you did make some money because your child support got set at $1,000 a month, girl. That don't happen on fucking minimum wage.
You can't hear Sabrina.
I don't even understand, Your Honor, why I'm even going through this. I really don't. None of this. You know, I got to take food. They got to have snacks every day. I got to provide this. Food stamps only go so far because they're basing everything on my income. I get enough income to take care of me, but I don't have enough income to take care of all of these bills in this house and provide for them. So it's not fair that she get to get a pat on the back to have these kids and disregard my needs or her kids' needs. You know, it's a joke to her. And it's not funny. These are lives. These are babies' lives that we're talking about. She said she didn't want me to get the adoption. Now they help me, they go file these papers. I go to this court, all they had to do was to consent here. Then she go to say, well, the money going in your pocket. What do you mean? I'm taking care of your babies.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Marlon.
Well, in this matter, the court will make the following finding in this case that Ms. Gamble obviously was well aware of her support obligation.
Absolutely.
Again, she was in a car.
Wait, who's feeding the dog, ma'am? Seriously, I'm being really, really legit right now. I'm not quite sure if it's appropriate or smart to be parading your tiny dog up here when you're being lambasted for not paying your child support.
Car accident back in December, but the court notes in the one case that she owes over $5,000, the other case over $13,000, and those arrearages accrued much earlier than the car accident in this matter. Back in November of 2023, she was ordered into The LEAP program, she did not attend. As she states, she didn't recall that. Well, unfortunately, you may not recall it. You're still responsible for doing it when that's a sentence of the court in these particular matters. That she was injured in a car accident, it fractured her hip, had surgery. She was out of the doctor's care in March after the 90-day period. That after that time, she's identified that she had put in applications at about 6 different places. Well, somebody can put in 6 applications within an hour. It doesn't take you, 2 months to put in.
There was more applications than that.
Okay,
and
well,
I-
that's what you testified to, ma'am. I'm just relying upon what you testified to.
Okay.
That
I
she
just
is
didn't-
going back to KCC, that she had attended previously, did not complete that, and going into another program. The court will find that based upon her testimony, she's not made a good faith attempt at compliance. She's failed or refused to comply and
No.
is in contempt of court. With that, Ms. Huffman, anything before sentencing?
I would ask the court that since she has had some interviews, she does believe that she'll be able to get a job soon. She indicated she does want to go into the LEAP program. I believe that in order for her to get where she needs to go in life, that LEAP program is going to be very beneficial to her. And she's also talking about going to school. She's already applied and is ready to start the next semester. And those things are only going to better her life. I would ask the court to just consider all of those things when making it's just
Consider all those things and don't sentence her to any time in jail. I am ramping for jail. Oh, I do need to get in all the programs. They are, what is it? Kellogg Community College in Michigan. Yeah, she thinks using the college thing will keep her from sending her to jail. I bet if they send her to jail, what does she say about something about the dog, maybe? By the way, this is going to be our last case for tonight. I have to conserve my voice for our fun Friday that we're going to have tomorrow.
decision today.
Okay. Court will first forfeit the bonds previously posted in this matter. The court would order that Ms. Gamble would participate in the GEMS program. It is now it used to be the LEAP program. It's now GEMS. The court would, in this matter, I could sentence her up to 90 days in jail. I'm not going to do it that much. The court is going to sentence her to 30 days in jail with credit for 2 days served. The court is going to order that she would report to the sheriff's office no later than 4:00 p.m. on May 24th, 2024. That gives you about a week and a half to arrange things in this case. The court would allow you to purge yourself of contempt by paying the sum of $500 in each case. So that's $1,000 total. If you pay that by the May 24th date, then you would not go to jail. If not, then you report to the sheriff's department on the 24th before 4:00 p.m. to serve your sentence. If in fact you do not appear on that date, realize and recognize you could be sentenced to more days. You could be sentenced up to 90 days at this point. So that will be the sentence in the order of the court. And you're free to go. Have a good day.
Thank you. You too.
Oh, what do we think is going to happen? May 24th.
Your Honor, I have.
Oh, shut up. Petunia or whatever her name is. I cannot handle it. She's a total drama queen. Total fucking drama queen. 30 days in jail. You think she's gonna hustle $1,000? I bet she will. I bet she fucking will. I bet she will hustle up $1,000 and figure out a way. You know, it's hard normally, but I have a funny feeling she can hustle if she wants to, I think. And I don't think she wants to do it for her kids. That's not a big enough reason, but her own freedom, probably that might inspire some action. Who knows? Alleged, of course. Actually, no, it does not alleged. She was just found in contempt of court. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. No allegations. A real thing. Anyways, sorry, guys. Thank you so much for being here with me tonight. I really appreciate you. I should probably make that into a video, huh? I hope that you have a wonderful evening, and I appreciate each and every one of you. Tomorrow is Friday. We have, I don't know what we're going to do yet, but it'll be fun. Keep in mind that, what was I going to say? Oh, members only on Sunday. And yeah, thanks for being here, Terminator. Everybody, remember, I love you. I'm proud of you. And I will see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye.